Yeah, when I was looking at your Facebook, I saw that. So you are a believer, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, I was I was a big Justin Bieber fan since I was like 11. That's so funny that you saw that. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of my podcast. We have a special guest today. She's a singer, songwriter, producer from Manila. We have Aloura. Hi, Aloura.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
And thank you.
So, how is it going with all the GCQ lockdown and everything? How you doing?
I guess I'm doing pretty fine. Even though, I've been I've been in my house for like 3 months straight. I haven't gotten out actually, but it's for the best. So yeah, I'm doing okay. How about you?
Good, good. I've been working from home and spending a lot of time with the family. And I actually started this podcast during the lockdown. So,
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
yeah. So, is the lockdown making you write new songs and work on the new songs and stuff?
Yeah, actually, I've been in the house for 3 months, so I've been writing nonstop. But also I'm working from home, so there's like I have to balance everything out. But yeah, I've been writing a couple of stuff already. So yeah.
Right. Um, so I started seeing your songs on Spotify, and then I saw that my friend Chris Ramos he actually shared your song, so that's why I said maybe I can talk to her on the podcast. So that's how we got connected.
Yeah, yeah. He told me like he gave me a link of your podcast and I like listened a couple of them. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about your growing up, and then how did you discover music? What music did you listen when you were like younger?
Yeah, okay. So I actually have been into music since I was a kid. I've been singing since I was like 5 or something. But of course, like at the time, it was just for fun. And then I just got pretty into it. And then I remember like growing up, I'm listening to a lot of music and I'm singing a lot. I've been really involved in like anything music related. I was singing in schools, and then I was in a choir when I was in high school, and then I also took up music production actually in college.
Wow.
So this is literally my whole life. And I've been listening to I guess like a lot of pop and mainstream stuff, and I feel like people would judge me if like, oh, she's listening to mainstream or like pop, but you like what you like, and I've been really into it since I was young, and I guess like that's the music that I had access to.
Right.
So yeah, I really love pop and mainstream, but I guess as I grew older, I got into like different kinds of music, like electronic music, and I've been really into like ballads and all that. But yeah, I guess like my main or like my roots is literally pop. So yeah.
Yeah. When I was looking at your Facebook, I saw that. So you are a believer, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, I was I was a big Justin Bieber fan since I was like 11. That's so funny that you saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I know, but I mean, it maybe sounds cheesy, the older songs, but his like the latest last album was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's really good actually, and I think like he hasn't released for a couple of years, so it was a good idol to. I mean, like songs and like album to come back to, right?
Yeah, it's actually the I like really love the song "Love Yourself" because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really put him out there. Because I think it was written by Ed Sheeran, right? The words.
yeah, yeah. It was, and I think like he gave it to him, but yeah.
Yeah, it sounded really good.
Mhm.
So who else do you listen to? Like,
Um, of course, I listen to Justin Bieber, um, and then I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift as well. And I think that's she's the artist that I got really into and like started. my, I guess, like my road to like writing songs and like singing. And I think she's like my inspiration until now, because she's like really always like reinventing herself and her music. So like every era is so beautiful and just like really good. So yeah. And also I guess like Ariana Grande as well, Halsey, Billie Eilish. So yeah.
Mm. Yeah, when I listen to your music, more of the music, I really like, because I see a bit of a closeness to Lani.
Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, because I saw Lani, I think last year in Singapore. I think yeah, because I really like that sound, the Lani sound.
Yeah, he has like a signature sound already. So yeah.
Yeah. So I know that before you became a singer, you were actually a DJ before, right?
Yeah, surprisingly, yes. Yeah, I was a DJ before. Doesn't look like it because I'm a girl and I look like a baby, but yeah, I was DJing before, and I think I guess I started my career as a DJ. I've been DJing since I was 16, before my legal age, and I
Right,
was DJing in like a lot of, like, I guess just events and like from before I was 18. And then when I was 18, I entered this competition actually, and fortunately I won like first runner up.
mm,
It was unbelievable because like I was very new, and then I was against a lot of like really really good DJs, and some of them were even like turntablists, and I didn't even know how to play like the CDJs at the time, but
yeah.
I won first runner up, so it was really cool. Yeah.
So this competition is the DJ Mag spin contest, right? You're talking about?
Yes, yes. And at the time, I didn't really think it was. I mean, I knew it was a big like competition, but I didn't really think of it that much. And I actually didn't even want to like enter the competition at first, but because my friends were entering the competition, they were like, "You should just try it out." And I made a mixtape. It was like 5 minute mixtape, and then out of like hundred like entries, I got into the top eight,
Right.
and it was really funny because I didn't even think that I was gonna get in it, and I just like put the mixtape out and like I entered the competition just because my friends were entering. I didn't really think I would get in, but I got in, and yeah, fortunately, I like it's so unbelievable. It's so surprising that I got into the eliminations round and then semis and then finals, and I was against a turntablist, and I didn't even know how to play the turntables at the time, so it was really cool.
Right. So did you still use your vocals and stuff when you do the DJing, or were you trying to sing at that time or no?
No, my sound at the time was very different actually. Like it's really like EDM,
Mm,
But like for Aloura right now, it sounds more pop, and um I guess for Meraki it was a little more heavy and more like club sound. But for Aloura, this is like something that I um like personally I always wanted to do. So yeah, it's a bit different, but yeah, the Meraki sound was for Meraki and Aloura is for Aloura. Yeah.
right. But what are the memorable gigs you played as a DJ? Do you remember any
Mm,
special gig?
yeah, I did a couple of festivals, which is really cool. I didn't like expect to, play in like big festivals, and I was like in a lineup with like Dimitri Vegas and like Mike, which is like the number one DJ for like a couple of years, and then
Mm,
um, Julian Jordan. I did like this Neverland Manila gig, and I was I think it was a couple of months after I won the DJ competition, so it was pretty big for me.
right.
I also did a couple of like festivals in UST, the Paskuhan after Paskuhan, and yeah, a couple of other like festivals in different cities, like even in Bacolod and Cebu, all that. So yeah, it was really fun.
So how did the transition happen from DJ to singer? Because how did that happen?
Well, I've been really into singing and like performing since I even became a DJ. So like, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I think I just went back to my roots. But yeah, it was natural for me actually. Like, I remember like producing a lot of tracks for Meraki, but it wasn't as, I guess, like heavy or like as club sound as it was for like Meraki. So I was doing a lot of stuff for Aloura, even though I didn't know I was going to do it for Aloura already. And yeah, it was just like very natural to like transition, yeah, from Meraki to Aloura, because the music that I was making was very for Aloura already.
Right. So, who are the, like, for the singing? I mean, as a singer, who is your real influences for singing?
Ooh, my influences, I guess Taylor Swift was like the first one, and then Ariana Grande. Halsey is a big inspiration for me in
Right.
singing and like just her sound in general. I think like my sound is very close to her sound as well. So yeah.
Right. So, what was the first song you wrote for and released for Aloura, as Aloura? Do you
The first
remember?
one is Break Me Down. Yeah, the first one is Break Me Down. That was the first one released. The first song that I wrote for Alora was Goodbye, which is my fourth single. Yeah,
Right.
but first one I released Break Me Down.
Mm. So, what's the inspiration for the "Break Me Down" the song?
Um, the song is just basically about like breaking out of the norm, and it's very relevant for me because um I stopped DJing and then transitioned to Alora. So I think people didn't really like expect for me to like go into this like path, I guess, like as a singer. And yeah, it was just about that, like transitioning from Meraki to Alora.
Yeah. So, I want to ask about Meraki also. How was it like being a like a girl and doing the DJ with, like, it's mostly guys who does that, right? So how was that?
Yeah, it was yes, it was okay for me. Like, I think it was an advantage for me because there, like, a lot of people were kind of like underestimating me, or like, oh, she doesn't know how to DJ, and then I'm gonna like, I'm proving to them that I actually can do it. And like, I won first runner up for spin U-Nite DJ competition. So I guess like that's something that I can like prove to them. And yeah, like I didn't really focus on, I guess, like hate or like whatever that they're talking about. I'm just doing my thing.
Right. Yeah. I was watching your YouTube videos. One of the videos that I really like is "Keep Lying" because I like the theme. It's like it kind of feels like a 50s vibe, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
going for?
I really enjoyed that music video actually. And it was my second single, and I just thought like the music video was really appropriate for the song.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and it was really good. I didn't expect it to be like that. But when it was done and it was edited, I was really proud of that video. That's like one of my favorite videos still. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it has that 50s vibe, and then also a little bit of like Twilight, like, like a, because your makeup and stuff at that video is like kind of like a vampire kind of theme, right?
Yeah, and I actually used like a real knife there
Right.
because I had a knife there. And then there was like this incident with the guy that I was doing the video with. Um and I had like fake blood with me, like all over my hands. And then I didn't notice that I was pressing hard like the knife, and there was like he almost like got cut because of me, and I didn't like notice. But yeah, it was okay, like it was safe. But yeah, there was like one incident. I was supposed to like cut him. But yeah.
So, uh, I just also find out that because during the quarantine you put out your production walkthroughs and stuff, right? Guitar playthroughs and stuff. So you produce your own songs, right?
Yes, I do. I produce all my tracks. And yeah, that's something that I've been really passionate about. And I think like I found out about producing since I started DJing, and I got really into it until now. And that's something that I guess like comes in handy because like I'm producing and like singing on my own tracks and writing it. So I'm just doing everything by myself. So yeah.
Yeah. So the passion for music production, was it there even before you start learning it in school?
Yeah, I've been like I guess like producing a little bit when I was in high school. Like I was doing my own instrumentals for like my covers.
Mm.
And yeah, I guess it started with that, and then I got into DJing and I got into like more of like electronic sound. And it's so funny because I didn't realize that I kind of had like a producer mindset since I was like young. Whenever
Mm.
I listened to music before, I would like dissect it and be like, oh, this is the drums, this is the synths, these are like the there are like vocal layers and stuff. And I didn't really think that it was something that like I didn't really think about it that much before, but now I kind of just realized that oh I think like that because I love producing and I've been really passionate about it. So yeah.
Right. One of your biggest singles that you released was Secret, right? Uh, so what is the secret?
The secret is about I guess well the song is it's funny because it's a concept track, and it's just basically like I guess because I see it all the time in social media, like relationships being low key, and I want to contradict that.
Right.
So I wrote a concept track about like contradicting low key relationships and all that. So yeah.
Uh, because you talk about social media, so because your music more of your music more on the internet, right? Because do you also perform live? Like, have you played live?
Yeah, I've played a couple of gigs live, but because of the lockdown I haven't really like done like live gigs. I'm doing like like those online live gigs though, so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Right. So, like being in social media, social media is always can be very negative, and especially the current status in social media. So, how do you cope with that?
Yeah, I just like I guess like try to be aware of everything that's going on because like everything that we see I guess has an effect on us. So it's I guess like we just have to know what we should be focusing on and what we should be aware about, and I guess like focus on that. And then there's like a lot of stuff like trolls and everything that we should just ignore. But yeah, I focus on music and also like something that affects me, or like politics and all that. Like that's something that we should be aware of because we get affected by it even if we think we don't. So
Hmm.
yeah, I just like being aware and being educated on a lot of stuff. So yeah, and I think like social media is a big help for that as well.
Yeah, but do you read your comments and stuff on your videos and posts?
I do sometimes, but like I don't really like focus on it a lot. But yeah, I do read it sometimes.
Right. So, Aloura, one of the biggest songs was that the collaboration you did with Roman Jewels, the song Heaven, because I think it reached around, like, last time I checked, it was already over 400,000, right? Almost hitting 500,000 streams. So can you tell me about that collaboration and that song?
Well, it was funny because I wrote that song when I went to a vacation in Toronto, and I was actually like I knew of them already because I was a DJ before, and they're really great DJs. And one of them is actually Filipino, so I think like we just got connected because of that. And then he reached out to me and said like he wanted to try and like collaborate with me. And I think like I guess like he heard a couple of my tracks before, so he wanted to like collaborate. And then he sent me a demo, and I was in Toronto at the time. I didn't have like a mic or anything. Like I don't have any musical instruments or anything. And I wrote it, and then I sent like a demo of me just singing, like phone recording. And yeah, it was that. And it was really great because I guess like I have a little bit of like background about like EDM, so it was really great, like trying to write music, or I guess like lyrics on like something that I didn't produce. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I think probably like 2 days ago you released. I saw your post that there is a new song with Roman Jewels, right?
Oh no, it's actually the same song, but they released an EP, so Savior is actually included in that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so that's so cool. So, uh, so what can we expect from Aloura in the coming months?
Well, I was hoping to like release, I guess like one or two tracks before the end of the year, and hopefully I could do that. Um, but I'm also like thinking of releasing an EP next year, so hopefully I could get to do it. But like because of the lockdown, yeah. But hopefully next year. I mean, there's still time. I could release an EP, but I mean, I guess you're gonna expect a lot of music coming out really soon. So yeah.
Yeah, and any projects, collaborations coming up that you can share?
As of now, I can't really say, I guess, but I've been working on a couple of tracks with um other, I guess, artists, and hopefully I get to release them. But yeah, I'm still working on it with them. But yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you. So, uh, so your production. So, what instruments do you play? Any instruments?
I do a couple, but I guess I'm not really an expert or professional in it. I could play a little bit of guitar and ukulele, and then piano a little bit. But I'm more of like really as a producer in like electronic music though. So yeah.
Yeah. So, Alora, for the music videos, who's directing these music videos? Is it you?
I work with a couple of people. There's this girl named Aya, or like Reika is her like professional name. So I worked with her for, I guess, like all of the tracks, all of the music videos, except for Secret, because I worked with my cousin for Secret because we're in the lockdown,
Mm,
so we worked it at home. But all the other tracks, I mean, all the other music videos that I did, it's with her. So yeah, I kind of just help with the idea, but she kind of executes it. So yeah.
right. So hopefully we will put out an EP or an album, right, very soon.
Yeah, hopefully next year.
Yeah. So, any message to your listeners who listen to you on Spotify?
I guess I just want to say thank you to everyone who's listening to my tracks, and um, I have a new song called Secrets. So I hope you guys could like stream it and watch the music video. And yeah, I really love that song, so I hope you guys love it too.
Yeah. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Not really. I guess just my friends, Kuya Chris. Yeah. So yeah, and I guess
Okay.
everyone who's listening. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice to talk to you, and really looking forward to your music. You know, creating new music, and maybe hopefully in the future we can talk again when you have a album.
Yes. Hopefully. When I have